Hey everyone, Tickle G here, who's all about tech and travel. You should know by now that I'm a huge fan of handheld PCs or HHPCs and have owned a number of them over time. I have extensive knowledge on the uses of a few of the HHPCs on the market, and despite ones that are already out and ones that are going to be coming out pretty soon, such as the GPD Win 4, the Neo 2, that's kind of already out, and the 1X Player 2 that has detachable controllers. The one that I really like out of the bunch, and even though it's an older one, is this one right here. The GPD Win 2, by far, for me, is one of the coolest HHPCs that was ever created by any company. And I'm totally thankful that GPD, which stands for Gamepad Digital, is the company that has created this particular HHPC. I've liked this for a very, very long time, made a lot of videos on this, and this video I want to let you still know that it's still a viable HHPC in 2023, despite it being, 5 years old, 6 years old? Comparing, like I said, to other HHPCs that are out right now, still very viable, even though quote-unquote underpowered. Let me give you some quick points as to why the GPD is still a valuable HHPC in 2023. First point, form factor. Look at this. You can't deny how cool this is. I mean, it's like 1 point nothing pounds. Clamshell design, metal accents, great keyboard. Like I said, fully workable PC, so uses Bluetooth, yada yada yada. Form factor is fantastic. If I didn't have a lot of, oh man, my button fell off. If I didn't have a lot of this stuff on, definitely very pocketable. Next point, excellent screen. This screen was made by the company Sharp, and it is one of the best screens that I've ever seen on an HHPC. I believe it's 720p. But man, it is vivid, it's bright, it's really, really good. I really, really like this screen a whole lot. Look at that. I mean, probably doesn't do a lot of justice on camera, but I mean, me looking at it, it is really vivid. The colors are phenomenal. Next point, decent I/O ports. Now, it may not have a whole lot of USB I/Os, but it does have one USB-C, and this is for charging and for data connection, one USB type A, and I have this dongle here to expand that a little bit. Micro SD card slot, micro HDMI port, this is awesome. That's pretty much it for, headphone jack, what? So really, really great as far as I/O ports. So if you need to connect stuff on here, you can definitely do so, especially with dock extensions, excuse me. Sorry for the jiggleness, excuse me for that. Next point, onboard game controls. Now, so after I teach a class, because I'm at work right now, and I have a small break and need to play a quick game before my next class, can definitely do so very, very quickly without necessarily having to connect a controller. Boom, I can just pop up a game and start playing instantly, especially after I configure the game controls to the emulator or whatnot. So boom, ready to play a game, onboard game controls, awesome. Next point, touchscreen. Just in case you don't have a mouse or a Bluetooth keyboard with a trackpad on here, you can touch the screen and get things on and off by touchscreen. So it says a 10-point touch, awesome. And you can use a capacitive stylus, which I have right here, which I'll do a separate video on when I talk about accessories for this, and use a capacitive stylus to control things as well on screen. Next point, portability. Clamshell design, close it right up, put it right in the bag, ready to go. Yeah, I gotta fix that button. I know what you're saying. Yeah, ready to go, put it in the bag, and you don't need a really big bag. Oh my goodness, I am just all over the place this morning. I'm kind of rushing because I have class coming in 17 minutes. Anyway, don't need a really big bag for this. Put it right in the bag, boom, ready to go. And also, like I said, if I didn't have a lot of these peripherals on here, definitely could just put it right in my pocket and can have it travel like that. Another point, front-facing speakers. Well, I could put it like this. I really haven't really understood the significance of front-facing speakers until having these. And when you're playing a game, sound is coming directly towards you. Sometimes in some HPCs or even laptops, the speakers are on the side or even on the bottom of the PC, and that can dampen sound, or I would say muffle sound as well. But by having these front-facing speakers, sound is coming directly towards you, and that's pretty good. Now, the speakers may not be the best speakers, may not have the best bass, whatever, but still, having them front-facing you, you'll get all your sound directly towards you. You can hear everything in your game or whatnot, or as far as watching videos. This particular point makes this stand out from any other HPC. This little button right here. This button allows you to switch from gamepad mode or mouse mode. Now, let's say again you don't have a mouse and you really need to use a mouse for precise precision. Switch to mouse mode, and you can use the analog stick to move the arrow. And if you press one of the buttons on the back, the R2 button makes the arrow move a lot faster, as you can see. That is so cool. Almost lost my arrow. There it is. So like I said, mouse mode allows your analog sticks and shoulder buttons to act as a mouse. But put it back in the game mode or gamepad mode, switch to the game mode, and you can still use a Bluetooth mouse if you have one. Another point, not super important, but kind of cool for a device that's 5 years old. This can run Windows 11. As you can see, I have Windows 10 on here right now. Big fan of Windows 10. I've been using Windows 10 for a while, know where everything is, know how to operate it. But push comes to shove, I already heard that Windows 10 is going to be faded pretty soon. It's going to be discontinued. So having the ability to install Windows 11 on here is pretty awesome, especially again for a device that's 5 years old. So that can still have the latest and greatest operating system on this device and still use this in 2023. Oh, and I forgot to mention, as far as the I/O port, the micro HDMI port, this is pretty cool. So if you have, for example, a monitor and it accepts HDMI, just take the HDMI cord to get yourself a little adapter that turns it into a micro HDMI, plug it in the back, and check it out. Bam! Bigger screen. So if this is too small for you, no problem. Bigger screen right there. And if it's still a problem looking at, because this may be too small for you, quote unquote, you can connect this to a Microsoft wireless HDMI. So my television set right here, so again I use this at work and cast it on screen. When I turn this on and it's powered up, I can cast this directly on the screen so that the kids can see what I see on this screen. Now, albeit I'll be looking at a smaller screen and I can't connect to two different displays at the same time, unfortunately. Definitely not powerful, but still pretty awesome that I can cast this to a much bigger screen using the Microsoft wireless display adapter, which will show up right here when it's on. Pretty cool stuff. And there you have it. Those are the points and reasons why a GPD Win 2, even though this is discontinued, even though this is kind of old compared to other HPCs, definitely underpowered, but still very viable in 2023 for work and for play. So that's the end of the video. Just wanted to let you know, still using it, still kicking, and I got this on eBay. Got this at a really good price for not really well under 200, but $175. And it has installed the third-party heatsink, so I can run this for days and days and hours on 15 watts and play some pretty cool AAA PC games and whatnot. But I digress. Still very valuable. But like I said, because I got to just got to fix a couple of things. So bear with me when I do that. So if you liked the video and agree that the GPD is still a GOAT, still very usable in 2023, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you don't think so, then let me know the HPC that you have, and we can have some nice cool discussions. Anyway, end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely leave that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.